He's got a hoodie, guys, yeah? He's got his chest out and he's wearing a belt. Nah. You finished off, Jin. What's up, YouTube? Ozzy back with another one. Ex-Tekken veteran, ex-Tekken event organizer. And you know what? I wanted to do this video back because I'm a Jin. And how he lost his aura. Like, where's his aura gone? Because I want to say something that a lot of people are thinking. And Jin Kazama doesn't feel the same anymore. He doesn't feel feared anymore. I was scared of Jin Kazama when I played him in Tekken 4. Not because he was broken with that laser scraper, just aesthetically how he looked. He was so mysterious because back then Jin had something most characters didn't have. He had aura. Remember Tekken 3, he was the baby face, you know, the pretty boy. That's what we knew him as. And then they flipped that and they gave him a very dark look. And this is when I was like, wow. For me, Tekken 4 was like Kazuya making a comeback. Everything was about him, even in the intro. You hardly see Jin. I don't know if you see Jin, but you see the way Jin is. You're like, yo, Jin looks cold. Now here we are, right, at the selection screen. He looks intimidating in the selection screen. His hair's over his left eye. He has a hoodie. This is the first time we've seen a character in any video game have a hoodie like that. And that I remember. I don't know, maybe you guys can tell me someone else. But if you look at the whole roster, he's the only one who's got a hoodie. And we used to wear hoodies as kids growing up. You know, everyone wearing hoodies. I don't know why, but we just loved wearing hoodies. And that was a time that was so relatable. Like, wow, he made hoodies cool. Because growing up, people saw people with hoodies intimidating. Nah, he made it cool. And now this version of Jin Kazama was completely different because he wasn't loud. He didn't have to explain himself. He walked in quiet silence. And that's what made him powerful. You know, we know he's mechanically broken with the laser screens. We know that. But here I'm talking about how he felt, how he looked.
Brisbane, Australia, a city crowded with buildings, new and old.
He went out to the outbacks.
Amongst the towering buildings was a small
Good day, mate. The name's Jin
A
Kazama.
young man trained there in silence, his face hidden by the hood of his jacket.
This is so mysterious and it's immersive storytelling. You're already hooked. Like, yo, what's going on?
Day after day, Jin trained in the traditional art of karate. Ever since his betrayal by Heihachi, Jin loathed anything related to the Mishimas. His lineage, his fighting style, the devil gene.
This is awesome, man. He got rid of his fighting style, right? And I don't know why Namco done this. They took the Tekken 3 fighting style and said, you know what, we're going to make another character, Devil Jin. Why would you do that?
His blood, everything. Thanks to the dojo master's training, Jin unlearned Mishimari fighting style and mastered the art of traditional karate. Jin burned with desire to destroy the evil Mishima bloodline, his grandfather, Heihachi Mishima, and his father, Kazuya.
This was cold.
Upon hearing rumors of the King's Iron Fist tournament tour, Jin hardened his resolve to enter the tournament.
You can't say, looking at that storyline, from the pretty boy to the heel, that's what it kind of feels like. Kind of feels like when Stone Cold was just Steve Austin and he turned into Stone Cold. Or when Hulk Hogan was Hulk Hogan and he turned into Hollywood Hogan. This is what it feels like. I don't know why they got rid of this, man. Like, in the next seconds, he just doesn't feel the same. Now when Tekken 5 came, I was really curious to see where Jin Kazama goes, where Namco take him. And if you just look at the selection screen, he's got his top off. And, you know, you can look at that and you can argue, oh, you know what, he's the buff guy now, he's back to pretty boy protagonist. But it doesn't have that same aura, guys. Like, they just stripped that away from being so covered up and being mysterious to, hey, guys, look at my pretty hairstyle, look at my buff body. I ain't against it, but that aura, that mysteriousness, gone. Just like that. And this is where Jin became a bit more standard, you know? Less mysterious, more main character energy. And yes, he is a main character, but he doesn't need to be like that. You know, he doesn't need to be like a Ryu character, pretty boy. And just slowly, quietly, it just started to fade. Even when you look at his intro now, he's waiting for me. It just there's the aura's gone. His stance, something don't feel right. Now here we are in Tekken 6, and this is the blandest version of Jin. Nothing amazing. He's wearing a black outfit, and the ending of Tekken 5 is he takes over the Mishima throne, and now he wants to rule the world. It's boring. There's nothing mysterious about Jin Kazama anymore. The mystery just is, I don't know what direction they were taking it. Now I'm not a huge Mishima fan, but I do like good storytelling and character development. And the mystery for Jin was just not there no more. He's just there. More dialogue, more explanation, more typical hero versus villain writing. And you know what? Ironically, the more they showed him, the less interesting he became, because you realize how boring Jin Kazama is. And for me, Aura isn't about power, it's about presence. When he was hooded up and you really had to knock him down to get the hood off. That was one of the main things, that when we had all our friends over, who can knock down Jin's hood. And for me, Aura is about presence, and he's lost that presence. And this is a main character. For me, it's about what a character feels like when they're not doing nothing, when they can just stand there. That's why I love Lei Wulong in the old Tekken, where he's just standing there and then he moves around. He's just standing there. It's just so nice and subtle. Tekken 4 Jin could stand still and I could just stare at him and be like, wow, who's that guy? There's something about that character. Just the way he looks. Modern Jin, now this is Tekken 7 Jin, right? They were trying to go back to Tekken 4 Jin. You know, someone in the development team was like, you know, we need to bring back that aura. They gave him a hoodie with his chest out. You know, I don't know, why would you do that? Honestly, it's like he's got his hoodie on, and he's on a holiday. Like, ladies, look at my chest. This this is probably the most fruitiest version of Jin. I don't know. I don't know what they were doing with Jin here, but they fucked this up so badly. It's wild. They were like, give him the aura, kind of take the aura away. Like, even with the hoodie on, like, say if you just cover the the bottom part, right? Just his head, it doesn't hit the same. This is the fruitiest version of Jin. He's got a hoodie, guys, yeah? He's got his chest out and he's wearing a belt. Nah. You finished off Jin. Anyway, let's go look at modern Tekken 8 Jin. I think this is the worst version of Jin. The dress sense is crazy. Like, he's still got the hoodie. They're not letting go of that hoodie, guys. They're not letting go. He looks like an anime character now. Like, he doesn't look like, I don't know, man. Borderline. He's sending mixed signals, this Jin. I'm telling you. He doesn't feel like a main character. I don't know what Jin is. He doesn't feel like a main character anymore. And the character costume is so bad. It's so bad. Look at that. And the way he plays, he doesn't feel that fun no more. Even though Tekken 4 Jin was so broken, he felt like a lot of fun. You know? Like, these moves now, yeah. And that wall splat that takes you to the wall, I know they got rid of that. But this Jin doesn't seem fun. He lost his aura, man. Strength isn't everything. No, bro, your aura was everything. You just look at those moves. You're just all about looking flashy, trying to make it like cinematic. Just trying to make it more focused on like a spectacle. Like, wow, look at that. That looks cool. And in doing that, what happened is it lost his subtlety. And Jin was a character built on subtlety, mysteriousness, enigma. He was taboo, man. Guys, this one isn't about nostalgia. I don't really care about Jin like that, right? But He definitely lost his aura. The character design is so bad for Jin Kazama. I wanna actually ask the Jin mains, what do you guys think of this? Because I like Jin Kazama from Tekken 4. He felt appealing. Tekken 4 proved something, that it still stands the test of time. That I, as a grown ass man, still think about that game every single day. And I realize you don't need flashy combos that last for 30 seconds. You can make a character look appealing, because when someone asks me, Ozzy, I want to play Tekken, I just say, you know what? Look at the character screen and see who appeals to you. Don't worry about who's strong, this and that. Look at the character, who relates to you. And I picked Jin in Tekken 4 a lot, even though I love Law's beard. Law and Lei were my favorite. They'll always be my favorite. Lei especially. But I like Jin. You know, I like Tekken 4. Tekken 4 just had it all. You don't need flashy combos to make a character feel powerful. Tekken 4 Jin just looked powerful. There looked something about him. And sometimes, I'll say this all the time, less is more or less. So guys, Jin Kazama didn't just change. He lost that aura, man. Can you see that in the video? Can you feel it? From that Tekken 4? Dun, 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 dun. Can you feel that? I don't think Tekken can ever bring that back, because he just looks weird. He just looks like he doesn't know how to dress. I think Tekken need to understand what made him special in the first place. Yes, he came as a pretty boy, then he became more dark, and then I don't know what, you're trying to take over the world? What do you think? You're Pinky in the Brain? Get the fuck out of here. Do you think Jin lost his aura? Now, I'm impartial in this. Or is it just nostalgia? Or maybe I just love Tekken 4 too much? Let me know in the comments. And if you like the video, give it a like. And guys, subscribe to the channel for more. Ozzy is out. Peace.